Hello and welcome back. In this episode we're going to take a look at how to use NuGet. NuGet is a package management application that's built into Visual Studio to allow us to very easily and simply install and download packages into our product. We're going to take a look at how we can install NuGet and NuGet Explorer for both installing packages as well as creating them. We'll take a look how we can use NuGet to install and uninstall packages into our project. And then following, we'll take a look how we can use NuGet to create a new package and how to set that up to be installed from a local repository. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started taking a look at how we can use NuGet to not only install packages but also create them, there's a couple things we should install. First is NuGet itself. And I can get this by going out to nuget.org and installing the package by clicking this blue link. I've already done this, so I'm not going to go ahead and do this again. This will give us the NuGet Package Management Console inside of Visual Studio to allow us to install and uninstall packages. Because we also want to create packages in this episode, we need to go download the Package Explorer. This is an IDE that will allow us to visually create packages without having to maintain and modify XML files directly. So once you have these installed, let's go ahead and bounce into Visual Studio. Once you're inside Visual Studio, you need to get to the NuGet Package Manager. So let's go to Tools, Library Package Manager, and let's go ahead and go to the Package Manager console. And this will bring up a PowerShell command line that will allow us to run NuGet commands. Now, of course, when you're new to NuGet, you need to understand there's a lot of things you can download and install. There's two ways to find this list. One is to look online at nuget.org. You can click on the Packages tab, and then you can just scroll through or search for the various packages, or you can do that inside the NuGet command line itself. I'm going to say get package list available, and I'm going to do a search on Caliburn, and I'll hit enter. And this will go and find all the packages that have Caliburn in the name and will return them back to me. And I can from here go ahead and install and uninstall a package. So let's go ahead and install a package. Let's go ahead and clear our screen. I'm going to do install package Caliburn, and I'm going to let the autocomplete just do micro, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's telling me it's downloading the package, which is great, and it's telling me it successfully installed it. In a second here I should get back to my command prompt. There you go. Now once that's been installed, what's actually happened? Well, the first thing that this thing did is it actually added some assemblies into our references. That's pretty cool. That's the meat of it, and that's what it does. But you can also do a couple extra things, which is what they've done here, which is add some scaffolding into our project to get us up and running quickly. Now one common question on this is, where does it put these binaries once it downloads them? Well, the answer to that is it puts them in a folder called Packages, and creates a folder that has a name that matches the package you just installed. So inside here is the actual library and the tools and all the binaries. So this is where it puts it. This is on a per project basis. This isn't solution wide. To uninstall a package, it's just the uninstall command, and it'll actually remove those packages for me. So in 2.5 minutes, that's how you can download and install NuGet, as well as search for, find, and install a package. Now how do we go about creating a package? And in our example, we're going to create a very simple package. We're just going to create one that gets us up and rolling quickly. Now before you can create a package, you do need to have an account within NuGet. I've already have one, so I can log in with my account, and I can come into the Contribute tab. Because if you're going to create a package, you're going to need to give it a name or an ID. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and already reserve our package ID. That makes sure that nobody else can take it, and make sure that it's unique for us. So we're going to come in here, we're going to do Dimecast demo getting started, and I can register that package, and you'll see that the package is good for 60 days, or excuse me, 30 days. And this allows you to create this name and keep a hold of it, but not keep a hold of it indefinitely, because somebody else may want that, and if you're not going to use it, they should be able to take it. So once I've created my ID, I need to actually go in and create the NuGet package itself. So Here's the package explorer. I'm going to paste in my ID that I had, which is dimecast.demos.getstarted. You can get a version you want. We'll call it 0.1. You can list the title, the author, the owners. I can tell it what language. We're just going to leave it the default. Tags for searching. And then here's where the power comes in. I can provide it dependencies. And I can do two types of dependencies. I can one do a package level dependency, and then the other I can do is an assembly level dependency. What is a package level dependency? Basically that is saying that if I'm creating a package that requires another package. So let's say, for sake of argument for this example, I'm going to create one that depends on Caliburn. So we're going to say my package I'm creating has a dependency on the Caliburn Micro 1.2 version. I can add that. So now I have that dependency. I can also go in and say I have a dependency on certain assemblies in the name, system assemblies within .NET. Doesn't really matter here. I can do this, tell it the supported version frameworks, click add, and I can be done. We don't have that for our demo, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go ahead and click OK. So I now have my package metadata set up. The next thing I need to do is actually assign my assemblies into my package. Now I'm going to drag those, just drag an assembly in there. And as soon as I drop an assembly inside of my Explorer, it's going to ask me what I want to do with it. Do I want to put it in a lib folder? The lib folder is basically the same as a bin folder. And it's where all the binaries will get set. I'm going to click yes. And when I do that, you'll see that the lib folder is visually created and Microsoft.proxy.servicelocation.dll is added to it. We're basically going to create a little simple package that will be used to create the common service locator. Once I've done that, I can save it and I have a package. Now it's going to say, where do you want to save this package? We're going to save this into a folder on my drive called D Packages, and I'm going to click Save. I've now created my first package. It was that simple. Well, now the question is, how do I get my package that's local inside of Visual Studio for my usage? Because when I installed that package a second ago, the Caliburn package, that was a globally shared and it was available to everybody on the web. But I want to create one that's just local for me and access mine. I don't want to publish anything yet. How do I do that? Well, if I come back to the Package Manager console, you'll see that there's an option here for all and then NuGet official package source. What if I want to create one that's local? Well, to do that, I can click this little icon here, which will take me straight into the settings. When I've done that, I can come in here and I can actually add a new location for packages. So let's call this call that local packages, and then I'm going to tell it where I want to put it, which is going to be D Packages. Now when I click OK, I will see D Packages down here. And if I click on this, and let's go ahead and get a listing of all the packages, you'll see that there's just one. So that's the only one I can install. So let's go ahead and install this. Just tell me right now it's trying to resolve the dependency on Caliburn Micro. If I didn't already have Caliburn Micro installed, it would download the package and install it for me. It now tells me that successfully added it. So if I go into Solutions Explorer, you'll see the Microsoft.practice.servicelocation assembly has been added to my references. This tells me that I have created my package locally and I've ran it, installed it, and it did add my assembly as I expected. Now the next thing we would want to do, if this is a real package, would be to upload that onto the website into NuGet. To do that, I can go back into my Contribute tab, say Get Started, and I'm going to go ahead and upload this package. Now we're not actually going to upload the package because, well, that'd be wasteful. This package provides no value. I can click Upload. And once it's done, it's going to inspect the package, pull out a bunch of data, gives me the ability to edit or provide any more metadata that I want here. We're not going to do this, so let's go ahead and exit out of that. So there you have it. We have a real quick overview on how to install NuGet, how to use NuGet to install, uninstall, and even list packages, how to create a local repository for packages within Visual Studio and point your NuGet to that. And we've even seen how we can list and install from that. We've also taken a look at how we can create a new package, albeit a very simple package, but it is enough to get you started, NuGet package, and install that into your application. So I hope this helps, and until next time.